Today, well, actually, it was yesterday, but we're not going to talk about that. Yesterday, we picked up a new mower. This came from the same people that gave me the zero turn Craftsman that I just finished. And these guys said that they have this riding mower and it is a like the workhorse of their property. They use this to pull things around. They use this to do any of the really heavy kind of mowing, the stuff that they don't want to run their expensive zero turns through and stuff like that. They have multiple mowers on the property, and this one just is one of them that they had sitting around, and it's for a good reason. So this mower is a Huskee, which I don't know why they named it. Well, I don't know why they spelled the name like that, but that's beside the point. The problem with this mower is that when you go to, sorry, lights, when you go to turn the wheel, it, doesn't turn the wheels. So there is a little gear set up on here, and I don't know how easy that's going to be to see. Maybe if I put this here, do it like that, maybe. Well, you can see this big gear here and the little gear on the steering shaft. And when I turn this, you see it has so much play in it. So when it turns, it just skips along these teeth. So the actual gear in there is going to have to get replaced. It's part of this whole shaft that comes as an assembly, and there's like a bushing at the bottom of that gear. There's a little I forget what they call it, a cam bushing or whatever it is, but at the bottom of that gear is a little bushing. It's like a bearing, and at the bottom underneath there's no way I can get this on camera, but there's a little just a little screw down there that keeps that whole assembly together. So we're gonna fix the steering on that. There's a lot of other stuff that needs some cleaning or whatever. Like the gas tank is not supposed to look like that. If I rub that stuff away, you can see it's not supposed to look like that. So we're gonna clean that up, clean the motor up, get everything running good. The main fix is going to be the steering, but there's some other little things they want me to take care of. We're going to do an oil change, filter change. We're going to replace the deck drive belt, just because it's not in the greatest shape. I can actually take the deck drive belt and move it completely off of the spindles. So we're going to go ahead and give that deck drive belt a replacement. And then there's actually a bracket that's supposed to be all along here that isn't there. We're going to replace that as well. Other than that, I mean, they actually named this mower. The name is Betsee, but they spelled Betsee with a Y. And I figure, as because Huskee is spelled all strange, we're gonna see if we can't get one of my Cry-Cut friends to print me up some stickers so I can get Betsee printed up along the mower, and we're gonna give it a nice wash, because it's got a lot of this just gross, like, I don't know what it is that does this to a paint job, but earlier I tried to see if I could get it to go away, and I managed to completely strip all of the garbage off of this one spot. So I'm going to see if I can't get this thing polished up, get the headlights polished up, get it all looking good, and once it looks good, it should be a good little project. There's a few things like cotter pins and bolts and nuts and screws and stuff that are either missing or rusted out on the deck, and in certain parts of the motor, that the motor. And once we get and we're doing a tune-up on it, so it's going to need, spark plugs, the oil filter, new oil, obviously, air filter, stuff like that. So we're going to get that all switched out, and hopefully they will be happy with what we do to it. Because this is like, like I said, this is supposed to be like their workhorse of the property. Like, they have zero turns. They have a nice Graves. I think it's a Graves zero turn, and I fixed that Craftsman zero turn for them. So those are like, the main, like, nice areas of the lawn mowers. A one skinny and a Gravely, that's what it is. One skinny, one wide, and then they have this one, and they said that this one is sort of like the workhorse. It just keeps running. It's a 2017, and these mowers are made by MTD, so it's a pretty common setup. It's pretty easy to get parts for it. So, I told them I'd do what I can, and I found out that it's actually going to be a pretty easy mower to work on. So we can get parts for it, and I'll keep you updated.